feet movement sound effect is off sync from the soldier's walking pace. Also, aren't they on grass? I would expect a little bit of sound, but not the same amount of sound we would normally hear when they're on wood or gravel. Miraz's army has shown up and can attack any time now, but the Narnians still have enough time to head back into Aslan's house and strategize for the army that's right outside the door!
Sending a little girl into the darkest parts of the forest, alone.
And she won't be alone.
But why are Lucy and Susan being sent into the woods? Stop with the freaking suspense.
Haven't enough of us died already?
Nope.
We have to hold them off until Lucy and Susan get back.
Get back from what?
There is one in particular that may buy us some time.
What is it? I'm getting anxious here!
High King of Narnia, Lord of Cair Paravel, and Emperor of the Lone Islands.
Since when did Peter become Emperor of the Lone Islands? Isn't Aslan the real king around here?
They hereby challenge the usurper Miraz to single combat upon the field of battle.
Oh, that's why we didn't hear Caspian's plan, just so we could see Miraz's reaction to the challenge.
The fight shall be to the death.
Fight to the death cliché.
The reward shall be total surrender.
Also, there's no reason to think that the total surrender part is not going to work, right? Right?
It's King Edmund, actually. Just King, though. Peter's the High King. I know. It's confusing.
More than one king makes no sense, so Edmund is right.
Haven't you already underestimated our numbers?
Edmund would be great at CinemaSins 2 expansion.
Only a week ago, Narnians were extinct.
Extinct means that they don't exist anymore, period. So extinct is not the right word to use in this case. Is that Paul Rudd? In English, Paul Rudd?
You should hope your brother's sword is sharper than his pen.
Okay. Also, when did contract signing get into this?
You are in good hands.
Or hooves.
Sorry, Lucy, but that attempt at being funny failed miserably.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Stupid romantic storyline is stupid.
Oh, shut up.
Average everyday YouTube commenter towards me. Peter and Edmund have a way more awesome entrance than most WWE superstars do at WrestleMania.
It should appear to be going poorly.
Understood, Your Majesty.
Inaudible orders.
I hope you won't be too disappointed. I survive.
Why would his own men be disappointed? Does he know that they plan on killing him and taking over?
There is still time to surrender.
The antagonist gives the protagonist one last chance to surrender before going into battle cliché.
They've seen us!
But how?
I'm sorry, Lucy, but it looks as if you'll be going alone after all.
You're on your own to do this dangerous task cliché. Last look back just in case this is the last time we'll see each other before leaving cliché. Of course, Caspian runs in to save the day for absolutely no reason. Also, how did Caspian know exactly where to find Susan? Too much slow motion. Miraz doesn't immediately kill Peter after Peter's distracted by Caspian and Susan's arrival.
5 minutes.
3.
Timeout. Also, 3 minutes?
Be careful.
Be careful, cliché.
Keep smiling.
Keep smiling at a time like this?
How does he look to you?
Yo,
Stating the obvious to stick it in the face of his superior.
what do you think happens back home if you die here?
You're just now questioning what would happen in our world if you died here. You were in Narnia for over 15 years, and after a year of being in our world, made it back into Narnia, and only now are you questioning what would happen in our world if you died here.
You know, you've always been there, and I never really...
Attempted noble talk ruined by relocating the shoulder. Refusing headgear definitely means gonna go down. More ridiculous slow motion. Fighting over his shield now. Concussion. Attempted to beg for mercy while not really begging for mercy cliché. Peter clearly stabbed Miraz with that sword, but it's somehow not covered in blood.
Too cowardly to take a life.
What are you waiting for? F***ing kill him already! Cut off his f***ing head!
It's not mine to take.
Protagonist has the antagonist down for the count and refuses to kill him cliché. The fight indeed shall be to the death, but no one said anything about Caspian delivering the final blow. How is this legal? They even signed a damn contract.
Maybe you do have the makings of a Talmarin king, after all.
Taunting. Are you f***ing kidding me right now?
Not one like you. Keep your life.
I won't kill you because I'm not like you cliché. Also, once again, protagonist has the antagonist down for the count and refuses to kill him cliché. I thought the order was to fight to the death between Peter and Miraz. Both of them are still alive and we're just gonna forget the agreement? Not to mention the contract?
I'll deal with you when this is over.
Why? What did he do?
It is over.
Nobody f***ing noticed that? Okay, now Miraz is dead. I guess that means total surrender for the Narnians. Also, even if Caspian blamed it on the Narnians, the arrow in Miraz is pointing upwards, meaning that if anyone really shot that arrow at him, they would have to be below him. Also, why did Caspian do that? What exactly was he planning? What was the whole point of this treachery to Miraz? Peter has beheaded someone and there's no stream of blood on the ground at all. Well, we all know full well that antagonists never obey the rules of agreements in any situation. These guys are firing f***ing catapults at you. F***ing run! Or do something! Movie takes a page from the first movie, with the antagonist charging after the protagonist, and the protagonists are just standing there doing absolutely nothing. Quit f***ing standing around!
1, 2.
Peter's counting. Are we playing hide and seek again?
3, 4.
Caspian somehow knew when Peter started counting.
6.
Peter was on 6 before the scene cut to the Telmarine army charging, and about 10 seconds later, Peter's only up to 8. Did he slow down his counting, thinking that Caspian might be a little behind down below? Property damage. It takes nearly 2 minutes for the Telmarine army on f***ing horses to get even close to where the Narnian army is, and that's before the ground collapses beneath them. Matrix. And they all missed. LOL. Oh wait, they're a little to the left. We overestimated! Those guys are not charging but doing the stupid marching routine we've been seeing.
Lucy.
Who? Oh right, I forgot. The little sister we left in the forest alone. Unnecessary orders! Trumpkin possesses superhuman strength. Otherwise, how the hell is he able to hold the full weight of Susan? Or even without falling off the cliff as well?
Crush them all.
Who are you, Rusev?
Meanwhile, thousands of miles away.
It took nearly a full 20 minutes of movie time before we cut back to Lucy, who still hasn't gotten taken down by the Telmarines chasing her through the forest. Also, how far away from Aslan's house is Lucy? Where the f*** have you been? And only now you're coming in? Aslan shows off his particular set of skills to make sure Lucy didn't get taken, but we'd rather show you the Telmarines running away from all that instead of some awesome lion action.
Aslan!
It could be a wild lion, just like that one bear you met earlier.
And why would that stop you from coming to me?
Too scared to come alone.
But you were alone just moments ago when looking for Aslan.
Things never happen the same way twice, dear one.
Except for what I just said, of course. Also, repeating lines.
If I'd come earlier, with everyone who died, could I have stopped that?
No, not really.
I wish I was braver.
If you were any braver, you'd be a lioness.
So she's not as brave as you? What a dick.
I think your friends have slept long enough, don't you?
You mean you could have done that the whole f***ing time the Telmarines invaded? Also, you f***ing let the Telmarines invade? Getting hit with a bow like that would definitely not kill you. What? Remorse? From the guy who also plotted to kill Miraz? These trees are not dancing.
Lucy.
Aslan! Tree concussion. For Skyrim!
We can defeat them if we draw them to the river.
How the f*** do you know? They got f***ing trees attacking you now. Come at me, motherfucker. Also, what was the point of Lucy removing her dagger? Trying to look cute, yet deadly? Or just trying to look tough even though the lion's gonna do all the dirty work? So Caspian sees Aslan and doesn't immediately shit himself. See Dumbledore. This is a fun scene and all, and one of my favorites too, but why didn't Aslan just do this in the first place? You know, back when the Telmarines invaded? It's shit like this that makes me wonder how anybody can take over Narnia if Aslan could just conjure up water gods and deadly trees. Salty. Lucy and Aslan somehow are dry after all this.
Rise, kings and queens of Narnia. All of you.
I do not think I am ready.
I don't think I'm ready for this cliché. Narnian theme played on tiny instruments. Also, nobody wants to see how Reepicheep got injured in the first place because it is far more entertaining than what you are watching right now. Aw, it's sad. Reepicheep's gonna die, bitch, please. How the fuck did Reepicheep lose his tail? I want to see that. Why couldn't we see what happened to him?
Perhaps it dropped more?
I don't think it does that.
You can have a go.
Reepicheep would be great at CinemaSins 2 expansion.
For a tail is the honor and glory of a mouse. It's also great for balance.
Oh, just say that you want Aslan to give you another tail. Stop trying to explain what the tail is for. We already f***ing know.
We will not bear the shame of wearing an honor denied to our chief.
Cut it off, cut it off, cut it off, cut it off, cut it off.
Not for the sake of your dignity.
Damn! Mouse erection.
Now, where is this dear little friend you've told me so much about?
When did Lucy mention Trumpkin to Aslan? On the way back? And if that was the only time, it couldn't have been so much. Trumpkin heard Aslan mention dear little friend and automatically believed he was talking about him. What the f*** was that for?
Do you see him now?
Repeating lines. Also, that's not funny. The heroes are parading through the town filled with cheering civilians cliché. Hard to hear a conversation which will totally mean something in the next 5 minutes considering this movie is almost over. Anyway, let me tell you the story about this rabbit I met.
I will go. I will accept the offer.
Of course you will, bad guy who's not really a bad guy but is somewhat bad guy.
Because you have spoken first, your future in that world shall be good.
Does that mean that anyone who spoke second or any after that would have a horrible future? If so, what the f***? Oh god, here, take a breath mint, man. You guys are amazed at this? Didn't you just see the f***ing trees in battle like yesterday?
How do we know he is not leading us to our death?
Attempted mutiny. Also, you saw them disappear, right? They didn't fall off the cliff.
I will take 11 miles through with no delay.
Aslan ignores Reepicheep's request. I guess he's also getting tired that this movie is still going.
We're not coming back.
We're not?
You two are. At least, I think he means you two.
What else would you think he meant by that?
Did they do something wrong?
Quite the opposite, dear one.
The only thing wrong they could have done was succeed in resurrecting the White Witch. This is similar to Edward and Bella from Twilight, only roles reversed in age, except in hundreds, and the relationship doesn't happen at all. How is this a sin? Because stupid romance is a boring waste of time. Haha, gross. Also, Susan should be renamed Queen Susan the Cougar.
I'm sure when I'm older I'll understand.
Peter wasn't talking about that.
I'm older and don't think I want to understand.
Oh, just end the movie already.
Started out as a feeling.
This song sucks. Okay, I can believe in some things in this movie, like magic and talking animals and whatnot, but I don't believe that nobody noticed 4 children randomly show up in the middle of the station just a little to the left from where they were just sitting about 2 seconds ago. Lucy turned around, actually expecting to see Narnia one last time.
All you can do is...
Lincoln.
Aren't you coming, Phyllis?
I f***ing hate this guy, and he's so gullible too. He clearly heard Lucy refer to Phyllis as Susan about 5 minutes ago, and still believes that her name is Phyllis. Also, Susan's siblings don't question why this nerd just called her Phyllis.
Do you think there's any way we can get back?
Just wait for another property destruction.
I left my new torch in Narnia.
That was your own fault. Also, why would you want to return to Narnia just to get back a stupid flashlight? Buy a new one. Also, how did the flashlight not return as well? If Aslan truly brought them back to Earth by magic, then all the possessions should have returned as well. Nobody f***ing heard that. Over 12 minutes of end credits. Holy sh**. This took 3 videos to get done. 3 f***ing videos. Jesus, this is exhausting. It's a good thing there's no more Narnia movies left to sit. Wait. Oh no! There's one more. I don't think I can do this. Well, at least everyone can be happy I did this one. What's next? The Force Awakens? Oh well. Be optimistic, show your optimism, and think optimistically. Good night.